Hey boys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Be A Pro, where after beating the Seagulls in a pretty good contest right there, we are now coming up against the Roosters in a big game. This is a big game. This is a preliminary final. This is to get into the grand final. And the Roosters are a tough side. They have a very strong side all across the park. Good forward pack, good backs, good halves. I don't know who their 5'8" was, but they still have Mitchell Pearce, who is rated very well in this game. And our first involvement is going to be having to come up with pretty big defense on, I think it's Daniel Tupou out there. Not great stuff. And the Roosters try to catch me a bit off guard with the sneaky little kick after that. And I guess smashed my troubles. But, you know, hopefully we can bounce back from that poor start, letting in an early line break. And we take it upon ourselves to put in a last tackle kick, trying to find some ground and put in a good chase. But overall, it's been pretty back and forth. As you see, Milford here putting in a nice kick. And we're trying to pin Tuivasa-Sheck there, but he just gets out. But a nice kick chase nonetheless. And, you know, putting the pressure on the Roosters. And as you see, a great defensive set. So we're going to get the ball last tackle here. Get first tackle about the 40-meter line. So that's a win in my books. Just putting the pressure on the Roosters. That's all we have to do, you know, play smart. This is a big game. No need to play silly. And right here, we bust straight through. It's me, Tuivasa-Sheck, going for the corner, but he comes across with a huge tackle right there. But it's not over yet. We still have a couple of tackles left up our sleeve. Waddell there goes off to Corey Oates, gets it out to Thaiday eventually. And it's going to be Waddell backing up. And he's going to go over for the first try of the game. First try in this finals match. A big moment in it. So good stuff. As Benny Hunt does convert right there. And you're going to see something quite ridiculous come up. Darius Boyd was picked on the bench. And we get subbed off in the first half. 24 minutes gone. Half time it is. And let's have a look at the score, shall we? 11-7. We're up by 11-7. So honestly, we're coming back on the field slightly at a disadvantage. Because now we're only 5 points ahead. We were 6-0 up when I left. So, you know, a bit annoying. Pretty damn annoying, but we're going to start the second half off strong, you know. Getting subbed off, I was not happy, so first run of the game, we make good ground, and once again, looking threatening, but Mitchell Pearce it is, makes a pretty big tackle there. I thought it would have been a foot race with me and Tuivasa-Sheck, so third tackle here, wrapping around, get the ball out to Alex Glenn, actually, who was standing on the wing, and we are making immediate impact in this second half after, I guess, you know, having a bit of a rest, getting a breather. It could turn out to be the best decision in this finals match. As we do pick up the third try of the game. Ben Hunt actually misses a kick, so not great stuff. But having that only 5-point lead was very... It's just making me nervous this whole game because it just takes 2 tries and the Roosters, they're not going to miss a goal. So it's a worrying lead, but you know, we're playing good this second half. We've come out very strong. And we're on a mission, you know. This is our last chance to make it to the grand final, to do well for the Broncos for the foreseeable future after signing with the Panthers. So, nice kick there by Ben Hunt, and it's a perfectly placed kick, and we come up with a huge hit there. I think Jordan Kahu gets absolutely whacked and forces a dropout, and on the back of that, a sneaky little play right there. Ben Hunt runs a pretty courageous line straight up the guts right there. We were actually out the back looking for the kick. I don't know if I actually called for the ball, but it put the Roosters off. They were not expecting Ben Hunt to just take that run. But as you see, off the kickoff, I don't know what the hell they were doing, but they knock it on and let the Roosters back into the game slightly. You know, 23-7. What a ridiculous score. But getting those 2 tries in the second half has really put us on the front foot. And we're going to have to come up with a big tackle here. I think it's Aiden Guerra bursts his way over, almost gets over the line. Well, he does get over, but he can't plant it down. So, good defense and a sneaky little grubber in there. We don't pick it up, but thankfully, I think it's Anthony Milford backs us up right there. And we do a nice little pass to Glenn Stewart, and then he throws just a crazy offload. There's no need for that. I was furious after this. He throws the offload. It was not on. Just gives Mitchell Pearce the ball. Mitchell Pearce could have gone himself, but he passes it off to Jordan Kahu, who just goes over for one of the softest tries I'll ever see. I I couldn't believe he did that as Blake Ferguson kicks another goal. For some, I don't know why the hell Ferguson's goal kicking, but the Roosters shooting themselves in the foot, throw a forward pass out dummy half, just terrible play by them. 20 minutes to go, you just can't do that in the finals match, and we get off the scrum here. Hodges with a lot of room to move, but I think it's Tuivasa comes across with a pretty nice tackle there. And fourth tackle, we get it out to Milford, gets it out to the second row there. All he had to do was keep going right, and we had them shot, but he came back into the middle. I was trying to get it back out there, but the moment had passed. Last tackle, Ben Hunt puts up the kick, and it's going to be the Roosters come up with it, so good stuff there by the Roosters. But you wouldn't believe it, deja vu much, just once again our dummy half, and it's pretty much the exact same spot. This game was crazy, but we're going to do the same thing. Get it out to Hodges, who has so much room to move, but he just can't get there. Just good cover, good scramble by the Roosters there, but you know, one more try and we put this game to bed pretty much. We get a sneaky offload there, and I think looks like Adam Blair on the ball there. But second tackle, you know, we're just running out the clock. Only 13 minutes to go. The Roosters have to score twice, and we just had the numbers. We draw and pass. Justin Hodges picks up his second try of the game. It was just a bit too easy. We had so much possession this second half. The Roosters kept turning over possession so cheaply, and we just make them pay. So 8 minutes to go. The Roosters here on the attack, and they're throwing it around. I have to come up on a tackle with Guerra, but unfortunately he gets the pass away just before the hit comes in, and it's going to be Jake Friend. I think it's Aiden Guerra anyway. It looks like him, but it was poor play by the rest of the team. They're all over the shop. They didn't keep a straight line. I tried to come up and shut it down, but unfortunately one last pass. But you know, the game looks pretty well done and dusted. Ferguson does convert the goal, so 2 tries in there. They're back in the game, but it's going to be tough. And it's a good defensive set by us. Taking this ball, first tackle on the 50-meter line. All we have to do is play smart. And right here, I was actually looking for the drop goal, but they don't pass it to me, unfortunately. And they actually make some pretty good ground, so maybe it was a good decision. The field goal wouldn't have really added anything to the game. It just would have been a bit of cherry on top for the solid performance. And as you see, we do not get subbed off this second half, which, you know, the coach obviously, I don't know what was going through his head. He obviously wanted to give Boyd a bit of game time, but the second half has proven why we should not be subbed off. We should be playing the full game. And the Roosters keep running a dummy half, and we finish the game with a big hit. The Roosters were pretty poor that game, but it was a very solid win. I was happy to sneak away with that. So it's the big one coming up next, the game we've been waiting for, and hopefully we can put in a performance like that. It wasn't our best, but you know, if we play that well, then I think we should beat whoever we are coming up against. So it's going to be tough. 29-19 winners. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.